I got ADHD if I'm not figured that, so I chase squirrels a lot. But the problems may not disappear, but your perspective changes. It's kind of like a light. You shine a light in a dark room, it will clear a path. It will show you what's in front of you. And we've got to have this. We shine God's word as a light in front of us. It may not solve every problem, but it gives us a different perspective. You think about David when he went up against Goliath. All these other guys, they're like, "Oh my goodness, I know that." You go back to Joshua and Caleb. They came back, 10 of them said, "There's giants over there," and Caleb like, "Oh, that's breakfast for champions right there." What was their difference there? They saw the exact same thing. Their difference was their perspective, because God says, "Go and scout out the land that I am giving you." They had the deed in their back pocket, and they saw that. And so our perspective changes when we see this. I love this statement. Dwelling on your problems doesn't solve them. It simply makes you an expert on them. So today, quit letting these negative thoughts, your thoughts, take you hostage. Take hostage your thoughts. Number 3, you grow what you plant. Luke chapter 6, verse 43 and 45 through 45. A good tree can't produce bad fruit. The bad tree can't produce good fruit. A tree is identified by its fruit. Figs are never gathered from thorn bushes, and grapes are not picked from bramble bushes. A good person produces good things from the treasury of a good heart, and an evil person produces evil things from the treasury of an evil heart. What you say flows from what is in your heart. So let me ask you this question. What's growing in the garden of your life? Do we check that? Do we examine that? And I get it. I've been a Christian for over 30 years now. So we get comfortable sometimes. And we forget to look in that mirror. But I encourage you, we look in that mirror. Because every one of us is planting something. Paul says in Galatians 6, verse 7, a man reaps what he sows. The principle is not just true in the field, it's true in our thought life too. You decide whether to plant it, whether to pull it up, whether to water it, and let it take root or not. You get to decide. And whatever you allow to grow will produce fruit. Will it be fruit of the flesh or fruit of the spirit? You get to determine. That's why Solomon said in Proverbs 23, verse 7, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." The person that you're becoming tomorrow is shaped by the thoughts and your decisions of today. If you don't like the person you're becoming tomorrow, start looking at what your thoughts and the decisions you're making right now. Because that's what shapes everything. Jesus says in Matthew 15 that what comes out of our mouth first comes from where? Our hearts. In other words, your words reveal your thoughts. I played golf with this guy before. I used to be a very good golfer. I played collegiate golf, and it used to be very good. I don't play as much no more, but I still like to go out. And I went out with this gentleman. I won't say where he's from or anything, but he's a Christian. And we went out, and I don't know if anybody's played golf before, but he had, a slide. A fade is the ball goes up and it falls to the right. A slice is it really goes here. A banana slice is when it almost comes back to you. He had a banana slice. And after about the third one, the club went flying, and the words that I have not heard since my college days came out of his mouth. And I've asked for forgiveness for this because I cannot, I laughed. But I turned where he couldn't see me, but I was laughing. Because he said, "Verlin, I am so sorry. I don't know where that came from." Read God's word. It's kind of like, if you teach little kids, you don't know everything about mom and dad. They may look good out here, but those little kids, when you need to pray, do we have prayer with us? We just pray for my mom and dad. My dad was yelling at mom, and he was saying this, and that, and mom said this, and that. And the kids are honest, right? What was that? What time am I supposed to be? I'm sorry, I'm getting old. All right. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above all else.